the Penn State fight up and down the lineup?
Yeah, I think our team wrestled real well today. Because there were a lot of potential real good matches in there. Every weight. There's not, well, to think about a little bit, but I think just overall our team wrestled well. I thought their energy level was good, and just looked like they're having fun and they're enjoying, that atmosphere. That's what they came to Penn State for, right? You got to enjoy it, and I think they're enjoying it.
Cael, speaking of atmosphere, the whiteout, does your team take any extra energy from that, or is that just ancillary?
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit more. You might take something from that. I think they were excited about it. They like wearing that white singlet. It's just a change. We don't give them that opportunity a whole lot. I'm more of a tradition guy. We want to have something, and we want to stick with it. We want it to mean something. Our singlet. That being said, we're thinking about changing the design. That was a joke, but we actually have talked about that a little bit. But yeah, that's so they enjoy that. They enjoy going out there, and the whiteout's great. I think it's fun for the fans. It's fun for us, and we don't have to wear a jacket. We just wear the white shirt.
You're fitting in with the white shirt.
Yeah, we should have whiteouts every match, right?
Coach McFarland was upset with the effort of his team.
Yeah.
And is that just more of a reflection on what you guys, and you sort of took it out of them and didn't really give them a chance to react?
Well, our guys generally wrestle pretty hard, and their guys wrestle hard. So I don't know if we took it out of them. I think you got some guys that are just going to keep wrestling. Like Zayn gives up a takedown, but he just keeps wrestling. Nolf gave up a takedown, but he just kept wrestling, and that's what we want. I think Conaway gave up a takedown, just kept wrestling, right? Jimmy got taken down the first, gave up the first takedown, but he kept wrestling. So that's what we want to see. There's 7 minutes for a reason, and we want to use, every second of those 7 minutes. I thought our guys did a pretty good job with that. But I think that's a good team right there. That's one of the teams coming into the season. That's a national title contending team. Hopefully their 74-pounders not hurt. There's nothing worse than getting a guy hurt. That's a bad thing. I didn't see, so hopefully I didn't see the angle or where they came down, but hopefully he'll be all right.
This year's been a little abnormal in the sense of injuries.
Yeah.
With McCutcheon and Neville's to begin it all, and Golubon going back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that? Can you talk about what that does as a challenge to a coaching staff, and then also to your backup guys, your depth, how you have to rely on those, the second, third tier guys?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is frustrating, and you know, as they say, adversity is the way. It's not, you can't go through a season and think that you're going to just skip through any kind of obstacles, or obstacles are the way, I guess would sound better, is what more of the saying, right? But it stinks, you know, you don't want injuries, you want guys just to wrestle. You know, we want our best, and we want to wrestle their best, and it'd be nice if nobody got hurt. But, you know, unfortunately that's just not the case, and that's part of college athletics, it's part of sports in general, so you just make the most of it. And I think if you are healthy, I mean, you should give you a reason to be more grateful for the opportunity to go out there and wrestle. You know, I mean, I think a week ago we thought McCutcheon was done for the year, but you know, he's been cleared to start wrestling again tomorrow. So, or drilling, I should say. I don't want to, but he should be ready in a couple days. So I mean, that just gives him a second chance, and it gives guys it kind of shows, as you're saying. I mean, they got to be ready. They don't know if they're going to get thrown out there. If you're not ready and you get thrown out in front of that, well, that's that takes a lot of courage. So you definitely want to be prepared and keep training, because you just never know. And but it has been a tough year. But I do believe that we should be 100% healthy going into the conference, and that's really what matters. You know, I mean, we've been with all of our guys.
Cael Zain was talking about a change he's made over the last couple of years, and hands constantly on guys, a constant pressure on guys. Is that something you had worked with him on, or wanted him to change, and how much more difficult does that make him to wrestle?
Well, I mean, that's something we do as a program. We spend a lot of time hand fighting, and hand fighting correctly, hand fighting with a purpose. And Zane's one of the few guys that I've been coaching for a lot of years. I don't know how many years. That's Pat's job.
Just a few.
A few, but very few kids actually, make those adjustments, because they've had success up to this point, and they're going to stick with what they're confident in, and it's hard to make changes like that. Hand fighting, it's hard to, it is very rare, but that's how you see guys improve. If you see somebody that's getting better every year, that it's not like their double legs getting any better. It's not like it's a double leg. It's the way they're using their hands to control the tie-ups and create opportunities to score. And Zane's doing that as well as anyone I've ever coached. I mean, he's really, it's fun to watch him wrestle. And the good thing is he's just going to keep getting better, right? He's wrestling obviously very well right now, but I mean, he's going to be better as a junior, and he's going to be better as a senior, and he's a great example for the rest of the guys on the team.
Jordan, do you feel like this is some of the best wrestling you've done so far here at Penn State?
Yeah, I think so. Just taking every opportunity to get better. This is, my last time through the season, so I'm just being grateful and just trying to get better. No different than the other season, but just trying to be grateful for just having the experience that I've had here, and just get better every practice and using every match to get experience. So yeah, I think it's I think I'm still getting better, which is good.
How long have you been working on riding legs?
I think maybe over the summer I kind of got into it a little bit, and I know some of the other guys on the team do it. I still have some things I need to work on, scoring points out of it, but I know like Coach Frank, Coach Casey, they do stuff like that, so I'd say maybe over the past year, starting to work on that.
Jordan, you and Nico early on in the match scene, obviously you guys want to push the pace. They didn't really want to push the pace with you. How do you keep your head in those situations and not get frustrated and or maybe make a mistake?
I mean, I guess you just keep pushing the pace and hand fight hard. Just keep hustling, and usually those guys are guys that try to keep it close. They start to wear down a little bit, in the third period especially. But you just gotta stay composed and not give up anything, anything sloppy or whatever. You just gotta stay on them, and usually they'll open up.
Nico, what's it mean to you to be able to go out and just put on performances like you do to basically get the momentum going for your team?
Yeah, I mean, you look at just everything around, I try and this year just kind of before each match just look around at the crowd and Even, you know, when we're in other, you know, away schools that maybe it's a small gym, I don't know, I just kind of like to just look around and be like, wow, you know, this is pretty cool. Just take advantage of it, man, you know. So I don't know, it's awesome to start off a team with, you know, all these guys that just wrestle hard. And I mean, this has got to be the hardest wrestling team I think there's ever been in, you know, college. I mean, we get everyone tired, and, you know, we all have the same focus, you know, to just wear our guys out and, you know, make them hate wrestling us.
What do you think of the layout?
I like the white singlets, man. You know, it's pretty cool. I don't know, I'd wear them more often. But yeah, it's always cool to have something different.
Zayn, was it coincidence, or did Pantaleo taking you down give you a little extra motivation?
No, not at all. I'm not, you know, before a match, I'm just thinking about if a guy takes me down, so what? You know, do the same stuff that I always do, get out on bottom, you know, get back to your feet and go work where you want to work. So, you know, I reached a little bit and he took me down, and I was just thinking I got to get out and get the next takedown. That's all I was thinking.
Zayn, one of the big changes I've seen this year, constantly you've hand on guys, and the hand fighting. Do you think that wear guys out to the point where you can maybe score some big points in the third period like you did today?
Yeah, I mean, the first period today, it was, I think I got a takedown later on in the period, and, you know, I kind of had my hands on him. I felt him. I could hear him, you know, kind of breathing a little heavier as the period started winding down. So I'm like, you know, just stay patient and keep doing what you're doing, and then eventually his legs open up. So yeah, I think heavy hands definitely opens up your leg attacks, but you can't just be all up here the whole match, or else nothing's gonna get done.